Good morning, folks. I hope everybody's having a great day. Today's video, we're going to cover week 26 of our high yield dividend account. We're going to talk about what we got in dividends for this week, what our portfolio is looking like. Then we're going to talk about Msty because this week we did get the payout from Msty from YieldMax, and the dividend is a little bit on the lower side. So we'll dive into that and just give an update on what's going on in the market. So stick around for all of that, and let's get started. For those who are new, my name is Alex. It's 9 to 5 to Freedom. We cover my high yield dividend portfolio, some of the moves I'm doing, weekly dividend reviews, and just the plan to build a portfolio to allow us to leave our 9 to 5. So if that interests you, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and let's get started, folks. Okay, so first, huge shout out to all the new subscribers. We're at 321 subscribers. This is amazing. So welcome all new people. Let's keep going. Let's get to 500, folks. Okay, let's talk about S&P 500. So year to date, we're all-time high, 7% up. Today's Friday. Markets are closed. It's 4th of July. So happy Independence Day, everybody in America. And yeah, so we started out the year 58.68 for S&P 500. We went down 49.82 back in April 8th. And we've climbed back and surpassed the beginning of the year. So are things looking bright? Is this going to be a bullish year now? Nobody really knows. There's still a lot of stuff that's very wonky with the policies, with the tariffs. So a lot of unknowns. But we got to keep our chin up and do our best with what we know. Let's see what's going on in the news. So a huge thing that happened yesterday. The House passed the big, beautiful bill. So there's a huge implication on taxes, on the Medicaid, food stamps, all that kind of stuff. So some people are happy, other people are not happy. So it's very mixed, and we'll see how that's going to play out. But from what I hear, standard deduction is going to be made permanent for for your tax purposes, basically, what you're able to deduct on your taxes. And the other thing, I think the tax credits for each child went up a couple $100, and there's some other stuff. I haven't dove into it. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that. Gather some of that information if you guys are interested. But yeah, so that's a huge one. We'll see what that's going to do to the pre-market on Sunday night. But we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, let's talk about the portfolio. For those who are new, this is my portfolio. I have this in Fidelity, and these are the holdings that I have. These are all high yield paying dividend ETFs. Now, a lot of these are from YieldMax, Roundhill, and Neos. So as of today, I have a total position, and we'll just do the math real quick here. So 161,931, the number that you see on the bottom of the screen. Let me zoom in case you're on mobile. That is my my own money. So I have 161,931. That's the value of the funds invested with my own cash. Plus, we're going to add what's on margin. Margin, for those who are new, it's basically what the broker lends you at a fixed rate. And I have $114,247 on margin. So total, the account value is $276,178. So one way to think of it is like if you buy a house, right? So when you go buy a house, most people typically put down payment and they finance the rest with the bank. Now, when somebody asks them, "Is this my house?" Yes, and the value of the house is going to be, what you paid for it, what it's worth, right? So, same way, this account is worth $276,000. Now, what your position in it is obviously the value of the asset minus the liability. And The liability obviously is this margin. So if you're trying to understand margin concepts, you can think of it as a house analogy. Now, beginning of the year, I wasn't really using margin too much because it was very shaky, very rocky, a lot of uncertainties. And even now, I'm still considering to lowering this margin or possibly shifting some of my holdings into some of the more balanced and secure ETFs. So that's where we're at. Larger position as of this morning is in MSTY, and we did get a dividend this morning, so we'll talk about that. We're at 55.6 in this position. Year to date, we're down 3.64%. Now, we did get a few dividends this year, so we'll talk about if it has recovered. But MSTY, for those who are unaware, it's from YieldMax, and it's a play on the MSTR, the MicroStrategy. Now, I think one of the reasons, and we'll get into this a little bit more, but one of the reasons that it's been a little bit rocky performance is we've seen this volatility on the MSTR. Look at this drop from June 30th to July 1st and back up to July 2nd. If you saw my previous videos this week, I talked about the July 1st sell-off and then the July 2nd recovery. And really, this having such a large position in my account, I really felt the pain, and I also felt the uprise on the last couple of days. So QDT, next one, this is from Roundhill. This is on QQQ. So they do 0DTE option trading. This one's up 1.93% year to date since I've purchased this. So this one's been a stellar performer. I love it that it pays weekly, and it's recovering its dividend. It's growing in value. I think I got in at a very nice price, so I'm very happy about that. Next one, we have XDT. This is on S&P 500, same concept. We have 0DT options trading. This one, we're down 5.33% for the year. The reason for it, folks, is I got into this fund right before the tariffs were announced. So if you look at the year to date, I threw in all that money. Now, some people say you should have dollar cost average, all that kind of stuff. And looking back, that probably would have helped me a lot. But I really purchased this back in March, right before we had this dip. So it's slowly recovering from the from my dollar cost average, and this was as low as like 8.5%. So I foresee if we're gonna have a bull run, we're gonna get in the green by end of the year. I'm really hopeful, but it's also a weekly pair. It pays around 31% right now, so I really like it. PLTY, another YieldMax one. This is on Palantir. Palantir has been a rocket the last year, and we had a dividend on it, and it recovered the dividend. Palantir has been a little bit rocky. Now it is a defense stock, PLTR. So with all the types of wars we have going on, it goes up and down based on news. But I think it has a lot of potential still. So we're down 0.65% for the year. BTCI, this is from Neos, and this is on Bitcoin. So they do options trading on Bitcoin. We had a little bit of a slide down, close on Thursday. But look at this, folks. We're up 4.37% year to date. So this one's growing in value because Bitcoin's going up. So it's not a very high dividend payer. It pays like 28%, which obviously if you're buying like SCHD, and you're getting 3.5%, 28% is a huge amount. So I really like it. I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere, but don't follow my portfolio. This isn't financial advice. NVIDIA. NVIDIA is on NVIDIA. So another options play. This one we're up almost 5% for the year. NVIDIA is a rocket. With all the AI stuff going on, it's not going anywhere. TSLY. This is Tesla on the Tesla stock. Now Tesla has been very rocky. It has a lot of political connections between their CEO Elon Musk and the president, and it's a very like news traded stock. So this one's a very risky play, and I try not to have a huge position in it. So I'm at $12,000 in here. So we are down less than 1%. And yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on it. Coney, this is on again from YieldMax from Coin. We are down 4.43%. Now I got into this thinking maybe I wanted to beef up my week that pays the dividends that I was a little bit light on, and I thought Coney might be a good play. I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, folks. I don't know how much momentum Coin has. If this is gonna continue to go down, it's not really recovering the dividend. So there's no point of holding something like this. Instead, why not take this $9,000, either pay down that margin or just invest it into something like QDT. So I might do that. This one's on soon to be a chopping block. If you think different, leave a comment below. Excuse me, I have allergies today. AMDY. So this one is on AMD. Now AMD has been slightly on an uptick, and it's been pretty choppy too. If we look at AMD underlier, looks like it closed almost 0.5% down on Thursday, but year to date, it's up 14.32%. If we look at 5 year, look at this, folks. This stock was as high as 207 back in March 8th, 2024. And it's been as low as $87. So it's slowly crawling back. And I got into it thinking, well, maybe there's momentum. Maybe this thing's gonna continue to climb. So we see, a slight little dip down here, but I don't think it's anything. I don't think this is a trend turner. So, but again, nobody really knows anything, so we're just gonna keep an eye on it. I don't like seeing the negative 5.8 down, but it is what it is. Hui, this is on Hood, and yeah, this one, Hood's been a rocket as well. We're up 1.25%. We got massive dividend from this one. I like it. We're gonna keep an eye on it. SMCY, this one's been choppy. This one had a slight recovery and then it dropped down again. So if we look at SMCI stock, let's see here, 1 month. Yeah, so we went from $40 up to 49, and then it's been like zigzagging. So if we look at SMCY, and we look at 1 month chart, look at that. We climbed up, and then we had I think this must have been yeah. So we got the dividend. Yeah, that's right. SMCY, that was one of our dividends that we got yesterday. So that's why it dropped down another 5%. But this is starting to recover. I got into this fund back in the beginning of the year, and it was it was kind of a high price, and then we had a downturn. But I'll keep an eye on it. TSMY, this is on TSMC. This one's been growing really nicely, and it's paying a dividend, so I'm liking that one. So year to date, we are down 1.36%. And as of Thursday, we're up 1248 on the movement of these funds. Now, we did get a dividend this morning, so let's talk about that. We're already at 13 minutes. Not trying to make this long, but this is my spreadsheet where I track all the dividends every week. And so this week is week 26, and we'll go through it here. So XTT, we got $256, slightly less than the previous week, but it's at about an average. If we take the average of the last week's, let's see what we got here, average of 250. So we are above average there. QDTE, we got $356. I think that's within our average as well. Actually above average, average 326. So nice to see that. So again, these two are paying weekly, so that's very nice. And then the other two that I got this week, this morning, SMCY, as I said, and that's $354.24. And then I got MSTY, $3,297. Now, if you compare that to the last payment a month ago of $3,916, obviously we are getting slightly less this time around. Now, as I showed you that graph on MSDR stock, it's been choppy. And when you do these options plays, if you're buying at the wrong price, thinking it's going to go up, that's what kind of happens. You can't mine as much money doing that. So for this week, we finished $4,264.43. Now, this week has been very choppy. It's been, we had days we were down like $6,000, $7,000. We had days we were up $6,000. So it's been very volatile, and but overall we finished 4264 for the week. We'll just do a quick, let's see here, 5-week average. We got $3,192 on average every single week for the past 5 weeks. So really cool. Now, what my thoughts are on MSDY, I'm not sure. And again, I'm not sure if I need to shrink my position a little bit more. It's certainly a little bit concerning having that much money in it, and seeing that dividend continue to go down. The reason I'm not really concerned about the dividend going down, but the idea of it going down might cause possibly a slight sell-off. So a lot of these folks who are buying into these funds, they like to see that dividend above 100%. Now, a lot of them don't understand that every time they get a dividend, that percentage amount that the dividend that they're getting, their stock value is going to drop, and it's all about it recovering. So that's kind of not really talked about in this community, but that is the truth. So I don't know if there's still momentum in this MSTR, MSTY, and Bitcoin, possibly continue to hold or possibly diversify into something more safe. But that's just my thoughts, and on this, we will finish this video. So glad everybody watched it. Please give me a thumbs up if you can, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video, folks. Have a good weekend.